Pastikan Ramli baru beli, the most well-known frozen and fast food Malaysia that is Ramli Processing Sdn Bhd. Datuk Dr. Haji Ramli Mokni and his wife Datin Hajah Salasiah began this business by selling hamburgers at the street food stalls together, and at that time they used the meat from other suppliers, but his curiosity regarding the sources and the halal of the meat made him determined to produce his own halal and trusted meat patties for the Muslim community. And up until now, he and his wife have been working together for 39 years, which provides the meat patty to thousands of street vendors throughout the city and even outside of it. And one of the main goals of this company is to provide halal, hygienic and quality product, and has become one of the food companies which gain community's confidence by their halal and thayyiban concept. Besides fulfilling the Sharia law, Ramli also prioritized the food safety, which became the main factor that plays a significant contributor in determining the thayyiban concept.
First general requirement for the food safety management system is ensure the food safety hazards that reasonably expected to occur are identified, evaluated and controlled in such a way that the product do not harm the consumer. We have the hazard analysis. This involves identifying, evaluating and prioritizing potential biological, chemical and physical hazard in ingredient and process. The prerequisite programs like GMP also helps establish and implement essential operational condition and practice. They form the foundation for ensuring food safety throughout the operation. A critical component of Food Safety Management System (FSMS) is the application of Hazard Analysis Critical Control Point Hazard Principle. This systematic approach helps identify and control hazard at critical points during the production process, further safeguarding the quality and safety of the products. Next requirement is communicate information concerning the development, implementation and updating of the FSMS throughout the organization. This is to ensure that everyone is aligned and aware of the food safety initiative. It can be done by management commitment, establish a food safety policy, assigning responsibility, providing necessary resource and emphasizing continuous improvement. Document control also another critical factor. To assess the effectiveness of FSMS, conduct a regular internal audits. This audit helps to identify non-conformities, ensure compliance with food safety requirements, and identify areas for improvement. They implement corrective action and preventive action that involve investigating the root causes of non-conformities, taking corrective action to address them, and implementing measures to prevent their recurrence. This proactive approach helps continually improve the food safety practice. Verification and validation are essential to ensure the effectiveness of FSMS. Verification involves verifying the control measures they have in place, while validation confirms the adequacy of their food safety control process. By conducting these activities, they ensure that their system is capable of protecting consumers from any potential hazard. Next is the need to communicate information throughout the food chain. This includes established system for traceability and recall that protecting both consumer and the brand reputation. In addition, supplier control is crucial together with regular monitoring and assessment. Lastly, must periodically evaluate and update FSMS to incorporate the most recent information on food safety. This involves providing training and competence to employees, ensure they are aware of food safety hazard, control measures and their roles and responsibility. Through continuous improvement initiative, they can monitor and evaluate the effectiveness of FSMS, set objective for improvement and take action to enhance food safety performance. In summary, this key component ensure that they identify, evaluate and control food safety hazard, communicate effectively throughout the organization, inform food chain about safety issue and periodically evaluate and update FSMS. By prioritizing this aspect, they can maintain the highest standard of food safety and protect the consumer.
As we all know, Food Safety Management System is a program that aims to prevent food safety hazards from causing adverse health effects on consumers. So document control is the key component of any food safety management system, which managing and maintaining all food safety system related documents in a systematic manner. So these involve ensuring that all documents are accurate, up-to-date and readily accessible to all the relevant parties, and the general principle that should be understood and followed by the company at all stages of the food chain. Documented statement of food safety policy and related objectives that include policy, the procedures and all the recorded documented that keep the company on up-to-date. Other than that, the company also should be aware and understand of the hazards associated and the measures required to control those hazards. And other than that, documentation that include food safety improvement plan to monitor the food safety objective and target, or the emergency plan also may include in the general documentation of the food safety management system.
Next, we go to the management responsibilities. To describe the involvement of management in the operation of the quality system of the company, it details the management organization, responsibilities, and review of system operations to ensure that the quality system is fully understood, implemented, and maintained throughout the company. The first responsible of the management is demonstrate leadership, commitment, and be responsible. The second one is establishing the quality policy, and the third one is organizing roles, responsibilities, and authorities of the personnel. We go to the first role, which the top management shall demonstrate leadership and commitment with respect to the food safety management system by establishing the food safety policy and the food safety management system objectives and ensure that they are in line with the organization's strategic direction. Secondly, ensure that the food safety management system requirements are integrated into the organization's business processes. The third one is ensuring that the food safety management system has the resource that it needs. The fourth is emphasizing that the significance of the effective food safety management system. Then the last one is that adhering to the food safety management system requirements as well as any applicable legal and regulatory requirements. Next, we go to the establishing the food safety policy. We know that the top management shall establish, implement, and maintain a food safety policy that, appropriate to the purpose of the organization, provides a framework for establishing and reviewing quality objectives, includes a commitment to comply with requirements and continually improve the effectiveness of the quality management system, address internal and external communication, includes a commitment to continual improvement of the food safety management system, and the last one is review for continuing sustainability. Lastly, we go to the organizational roles, responsibilities, and authorities. We know that top management shall ensure that responsibilities and authorities for relevant roles are assigned, communicated, and understood within the organization. Top management shall assign for responsibility and authority for ensuring that the food safety management system complies with the specifications set forth in this document, reporting to the top management on the food safety management system's performance, selecting the food safety team and its leader, and designing individuals with specific authority and responsibility to initiate and record action. Moreover, the food safety team leader is accountable for making sure that the food safety management system is created, implemented, maintained, and updated, overseeing and planning the work of the food safety team, making sure that the food safety team has the necessary training and competencies, and reporting to the top management on the efficiency and suitability of the food safety management system.
Food Processing Sdn Bhd is a popular fast food chain in Malaysia known for its unique and also flavorful products. Here are some insights on resource management in Ramli's food industry. First, inventory management. Effective inventory management is crucial for minimizing waste and also optimizing resources. This helps in ensuring that the right amount of ingredient is ordered and utilized efficiently, that reducing food spoilage and also excess stock. Ramli teams followed the procurement, purchasing, and also payment policy while purchasing inventory. The firm managed inventory using economic order quantity (EOQ), which allows Ramli's team to keep track on inventory in real time. Next, the purchase of the raw material from supplier must be limited in order for Ramli Food Processing Sdn Bhd to ensure lower holding costs and a lower risk of loss. Secondly, supplier relationship. Maintaining strong relationship with suppliers is vital for consistent and also reliable ingredient sourcing. Ramli would likely to establish partnership with trusted suppliers, negotiate favorable terms, and ensure the timely delivery of fresh ingredients. Supplier partnership for Ramli's business have been held with several countries that supply halal meat such as Australia, Argentina, Brazil, India, South Africa, Pakistan, Japan, New Zealand, and the United States. Also, Ramli's business is very committed and focused on the quality and also status of the frozen food imported from abroad. So, Ramli Business has collaborated with several strategic supplier partnerships such as JAKIM, Veterinary Service Department, the Malaysian Quarantine and also Inspection Services Department, the Custom Department, and the Port Police. Thirdly, waste management. Proper waste management is crucial to minimizing the environmental impact. Ramli is developing a high-touch plant which includes a high-touch water waste treatment plant facility. Last but not least, quality control. Maintaining a high quality standard is essential for customer satisfaction. This helps reduce wastage due to spoiled or substandard ingredients. To obtain high quality products from the food processing Sdn Bhd adopted total quality management, or we call STKM. This TQM requires employees to arrive on time, be well clothed, and also be clean. Employees must always guarantee that customers receive safe food, which needs frequent hand washing to maintain the cleanliness. Workers must always follow their certain standard operating procedure or SOP in order to consistently provide excellent quality and service to customers.
Let's move to the strategies to ensure the safety of food products. Firstly, hazard analysis and critical control point system, which is HACCP. Throughout the manufacturing process, food safety concerns may be found, assessed and controlled with the aid of HACCP system. To guarantee that possible dangers are effectively handled, Ramli has properly implemented the HACCP system. Ramli has minimized the risk and ensured the safety of its food products through the analysis of crucial control points, the establishment of monitoring mechanisms, and also the implementation of remedy measures. Critical control point determination is possibly by adhering to HACCP. Decide which phases in the manufacture of patties may be improved to prevent, eliminate, or decrease dangers. Critical control points for patties might involve handling raw materials, grinding, combining, heating, chilling, and also baking. Next, good manufacturing practices, which is GMP. GMP refers to a collection of regulations and practices that guarantee food is produced, processed, and packed and kept in a hygiene and secure setting. Ramli strictly prioritizes a good facility design, equipment maintenance, worker hygiene, and also sanitation procedures. This is to ensure the food safety management system and constantly produce the safe and high quality of food products. Furthermore, product labeling and allergen control. Consumers must be informed about ingredients, allergies, and safe handling, also storage practices through details and precise product labeling. Cross-contamination and incorrect allergy labeling must be avoided by food industry. If meat patty products contain allergen ingredients, implement proper segregation, labeling, and cleaning protocols to prevent the cross-contact. Keep records and validate that allergen control measures are effectively implemented. Lastly, traceability system may also play an important role in food safety. Traceability is the capacity to monitor how food items are moved throughout all phases of manufacturing, processing, and distribution. Traceability systems help maintain and improve product quality. Companies may detect and address any quality variations or difficulties that may develop throughout production by keeping track of the flow of the components, processing procedures, and storage conditions. This helps to ensure that uniform quality requirements are fulfilled.
My name is Afida and I will explain about the food safety management system. The phrase food safety management system, which combines the words food safety and safety management system. According to Codex Alimentarius and ISO 2005 edition, food safety is a specific feature of food quality and is defined as the assurance that the food will not cause harm to the consumer when it is prepared or consumed in accordance with its intended purpose. In the food industry, organizing and managing the food production system is heavily influenced by the concern about the food quality and food safety. The usual aspects of food production, such as microbiological and chemical hazard to food safety, a limited shelf life, raw materials, and supply chain complexity, place high demands on the management and assurance of food quality and safety. Nowadays, food industry have implemented good manufacturing practice, which is GMP and HACCP, guidelines like General Principle of Food Hygiene and Quality Assurance Standard into their quality management system. The effectiveness and appropriate execution of the control system performance must be assessed in order to show stakeholders that safety standard will be met. Validation and verification are the two key tasks to achieve this assurance purpose. Validation is described as producing proof that a control measure or a set of control measures can be used to effectively control a hazard and lead to a particular outcome in the new Codex validation document. Proof can come from a variety of sources, for example, scientific literature, in-house study, mathematical modeling, and regulatory resources. The goal is to ensure that the food safety system is valid for controlling food safety hazard associated with the ingredients, process, operation, and the products. Verification involves the application of methods, procedures, tests, and other evaluations, in addition to determine the compliance with the HACCP plan. For verification, several studies, documents, and some quality assurance standards and the guidelines that provided suggestions or checklists about which element should be taken into account. Typical example of verification activities such as a review of HACCP system and its records, the review of deviations and product dispositions, and confirmation that critical control points are under control. So this is the example of the HACCP plan of Ramli Burger. and the certificate of halal. Besides that, Ramly Burger also have the quality assurance program and hazard system, thus awarded with the veterinary health mark.
From the management of the food safety system in Ramly, we can see that they mainly focus on their production and marketing of their food product. So now, I'll be presenting some of the improvement that can be made to improve on their food safety system. The first one is conduct a regular audits. Even if HACCP is highly effective in theory, it won't prevent contamination unless actual practice lines up with documentation. Thus, regular audits can ensure employee practice compliance. For example, in the manufacturing of patty products, cooking and hot holding of the ground meat are critical control points at which the products need to be heated to a certain temperature to eliminate or prevent potential hazards. Here, an audit would be a chance to ensure that employees cook the food at the proper temperatures. The audit process should cover every aspect of hazard strategy and also the potential hazards and CCPs. These can be a way to identify the strengths and also weaknesses of the current hazard strategy. So Ramly can use this information to build upon existing practices or improve some of their strategies. The next one is review and maintain equipment. A true equipment program can be highly effective in reducing the risk of food contamination. To minimize the risk, the plants should look at the equipment needed as well as how it's constructed and maintained. For example, choosing industry standard can help prevent contamination. Investing in the right kind of stainless steel can both improve operating costs and also help to reduce the risk of food exposed to hazards. Preventing maintenance plans for food safety equipment can also reduce the risk of contamination. Thus, can help the staff to quickly respond to deviations, ensuring compliance and reducing the risk of contamination by food hazards. From the management of the food safety system in Ramly, we can see that they mainly focus on their production and marketing of their food product. So now, I'll be presenting some of the improvement that can be made. Next, I'll be presenting the solution and recommendation part. The first one is, the company is encouraged to be more engaged with the consumers. They may use platforms such as social media to know more about how the consumer think or recommendations and also their expectation from the food that they have purchased. The next one is food safety incident. It is suggested for the Ramly to establish a food safety incident as well as the emergency response system to manage responses to any food safety incident, natural disasters such as flood and other public health crises. Also, simulation exercises should be carried out regularly to test and update emergency response plan.
One of the better recommendations is by embedding the technology. Instead of outdated pen and paper checklists, automating procedure gives more time and much more effectively able to review logs and extract essential data. And this technology will also enhance operational visibility and productivity in food business and the quality control of items in the retail and food service of industries. And next is by embracing sustainable practice within the frozen food industry. Company can focus more on reducing food waste, optimizing packaging materials to minimize environmental impacts, and also adopting the energy-efficient technologies which promote responsible resourcing of ingredients and support initiatives that prioritize sustainable farming practices.
So next is an allergen management. Develop and implement an effective allergen control program. Clearly labels product with accurate allergen information and take necessary precautions to prevent cross-contamination during production. Separate production lines or scheduling can be considered for allergen-sensitive product to minimize the risk of contamination. Lastly, quality assurance and testing. Implement rigorous quality assurance procedures including routine product testing and sensory evaluation. Regularly sample products to ensure they meet quality standards, taste profiles and safety requirements. Establish clear protocols for handling and disposition of products that do not meet the required standards. I think that is all from our group. Thank you.